Also, there's something called the NAICS code. It's called the NAICS.
NAICS code. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the code that categorizes what industry your business is in, right? We have to make sure. I don't care if you do trucking. I don't care if you do credit repair, you do construction, real estate. I wouldn't tell the bank that you do that. You want to come up with a NAICS code that is very general for business consulting. I don't remember the top of my head, but y'all could Google that.
Just Google it. Yeah, y'all Google it. Come on.
Right. I can't give y'all everything. Just Google it. But business consulting, business administration, NAICS code. Use that code on all your applications. Right. So we got our LLC. We got our NAICS code. We got our safe business name. We want to make sure we have an EIN, right? We want to make sure we have an EIN. Another thing, we have to have a business address, y'all. We got to have a business address. And look, and some people say, hey, like I don't want to have a business official business address. I just got to use my home. Look, some banks might think that's okay. Right. But I know personally there are banks out there, there's credit cards that will deny you if you do not have a brick and mortar physical building for your office, right? For your business address, right? So for all the business owners out there who have online businesses, right? They're 100% online or that's home based, right? What you can do is you can go to websites like Regus, regus.com. You can go to websites like Opus Virtual Office. These are companies that they will give you an opportunity to lease out the address that they have of a physical building. And you have the right to use that address on all your business credit applications. You have the right to put that on your LLC. You have a right to put that on your EIN, right? So now when you go to apply for business credit at the banks, or even if you go to use your net 30s, whatever, they're going to, if they decide to Google it, which a lot of times they'll Google your address to see if you're a legitimate business. And they're going to see, okay, this person isn't in the shack. It's a real address. He has a real office building. Look, we can trust him. Let me throw some money, right? Yeah. So you want to come off as legitimate as possible, right? So avoid PO boxes, avoid home addresses, and stick to those virtual addresses, y'all. Stick to those. A lot of people say the phone number. When you go for EIN business credit, that's really important. However, when it comes to bank business credit, a lot of times they don't look at that. But I would say go ahead, get it anyways in case you want to build your net 30s, net 60s, everything of the sort. You can get that from freedomvoice.com. You can go to grasshopper.com. They'll give you some office number or business numbers. Email address. You want to make sure that there's you actually have a professional email address, no more papichulo@gmail.com. So we want to be able to have a professional info at your business name.com, right? Right. Goes a long way. And let's see, another thing that will help, it's not mandatory all the time when it comes to bank business credit, is have a website. Have a website that shows that you do business consulting. That's the key. Because this is the website that you're going to be showing the banks. This is not a website for your own clients to be able to make money. This is a facade that you're going to put up just in case the banker is going to ask, do you have a website? I'm going to go do research on you. You give them that website. Don't give them your credit repair website. Don't give them your trucking website. Don't give them your real estate website, because they're going to see that, you say you do business consulting, but your website says that you do credit repair. So what's going on? Then you get caught up in the lie and you're in trouble, right? Yeah. So go ahead and build a cheap website. It could be one page, landing page. You can get it off of a Google Workspace, where you can get your Google email. Wix. There's a lot of different websites out there. Cheap website. I would not pay any. Do not pay. Don't go on Fiverr. Don't pay any web developer and pay anything more than $100 for it. Even $100 is too much. Because look, there are people out there charging $3,000, $4,000 for a website. Yeah. But do not do that. Do not do that, y'all. Yeah, and that I think that wraps up everything. I think that wraps up. So now you got your credit right. You got your business structured correctly.
Yeah.
Now you're ready to go to the banks.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're ready to go to the banks. I would choose your credit unions. I would use the banks that you already have relationships with.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, if you already have a personal account with Chase, you've been banking with Chase ever since you've been 18, 16 years old, I would start there. Start there because you already have a relationship with them. These banks are going to give you credit limits based on the strength of your strength of the relationship. So if they see that you've been with them on their personal side for 10 years, they're going to be like, okay, thanks for giving us money. Thanks for giving us money in the past. We could throw you a little sum. We could throw you a little sum. So go to Chase. Go, my favorite, the US Bank.
Talk about US Bank.
US Bank gave me, so they have two options of 0% interest business credit cards.
Can you elaborate on that 0% just for anybody that may not know?
Yeah. 0% interest. That's the beauty about business credit cards, y'all. There's so many banks out there that give out these 0% interest business credit cards. And with this, a lot of times they're going to give you a length of time, say, like, for example, the US Bank Business Platinum card, they're going to give you 12 months, 0% interest, meaning you do not have to pay any interest on what you borrow from that card for 12 months. Say I got a $10,000 card from US Bank and the 0% interest for 12 months, max it out $10,000. That means I only have to pay the minimum amount. And the minimum amount is anywhere between 1 to 5% of what you borrow. A lot of times it's 2%. Right. So for a $10,000, 2%, what is that?
It's going to be $200.
$200.
Yeah.
Can you afford $200 for your business? I mean, some people can, some people can't. But if you can, you probably don't want to be doing this. But it's a lot better paying $200 than if your interest rate was on a regular card would be like 19%, 20%, and your minimum payment is going to be stupid. Right. So that's the beauty about 0% interest cards. And the dope thing about it is if you have a business, you have some type of venture that you want to get into, you could use that $10,000 by manufacturer spending, liquidating those cards. You could use those funds to invest in a business. If you want to start Airbnbs cost less than $10,000 to start up. Right. You can furnish your whole Airbnb on that one card.
Yeah.
There's people out there who are buying cars, whole cars for under $10,000, right? 0% interest. They take that car, put that on Turo, right? And the car is able to generate hundreds of dollars, man, depending on what car you get. But it's more than enough to be able to pay back the minimum amount, right? And then you're going to be able to earn some cash at the same time.
Exactly.
Come on, y'all. Look, the 0% interest game is something different. So that's why I tell people, look, if you're going to get your personal credit right, get your business credit right, or your business structured properly, go to these banks and get this 0% interest because they're literally giving out free money, y'all.
So you like US Bank, basically.
I love US Bank, man. They got two different ones. They got the like I said, the business platinum one, I think it's 12 months. I think it's 12 or 18 months, 0% interest. They got another one that is the business platinum is 12 months. The other one they got is 18 months, 0% interest. Man, they give out the bag. My business was only about a few months old. I went to them. They gave me $25,000 right off the bat. All right. They pulled.
That's a credit card, right?
Huh?
And that's a credit card.
Business credit
card.
We're
not even talking about lines of credit.
I'm not even talking about lines of credit. I'm talking about a business credit card. Right. Yeah. They PG'd me. So I had a hard inquiry, but guess what? We know how to remove hard inquiries, right? So I went ahead and removed that. And guess what? I went to the next bank, opened up a bank account, deposited money in it, right? Let it sit for 30 days, right? A month or so, went back and applied. Right. And they're going to, when I do apply for the credit card, they're going to see all the money that's in the account. So they're going to see, because I try to put in about $4,000 or $5,000 every time I put it. And that's like That's really low level stuff. But one thing I've realized is that a lot of these banks, they're going to give you at least what you've already put in there, right? When you apply for a credit card, it's called a 50-50 rule, right? I won't say it's a rule, it's a rule of thumb. Where if you deposit $5,000 in it and you come back later to apply for a business credit card, they're going to at least give you $5,000 credit limit, if not double that. So I tell people, look, build a relationship with these banks, open up these bank accounts, throw some money in there, show some love to them, let them use that money to invest in whatever they need to invest in. So when you go back to them and ask for funding for them, they're going to be like, okay, that's a no-brainer. You scratch my back, I'm going to scratch yours. Right. So that's huge. US Bank, Chase is big. Bank of America, these credit unions, y'all. But even if you don't want to go to the Chases of the big boys, go to the credit unions. The credit unions are giving out the bag, y'all.
Yeah. What about Wells Fargo?
Oh, and the Wells Fargo, man. The Wells Fargo. Let me tell you about the Wells Fargo, man.
All right, go ahead.
Maybe I should save it. Should I save it?
Hey, man, just go ahead. Go ahead, man.
I just keep going on and on. So Wells Fargo, they got to play, man. It is not talked about often, right? It's not talked about often, but I can confirm that it's actual fact. It's happened to me. I searched on YouTube. There are a few other people who've had the same experience, right? But Wells Fargo is giving out the bag with no hard inquiry, y'all. By that, I mean, I went over there to Wells Fargo probably about 2 or 3 months ago in person, opened up both a business checking and a business savings account, right? And as I applied to open it, they put a soft pull on my credit, right? Because on the application, it asked for my social. So I went ahead and gave it. What they're going to do is a soft pull, look at my credit report. And as long as your personal credit is set up right, the way that we talked about it before, as long as your business is structured properly, and this is a new experience for you at Wells Fargo, or if you already have a long experience with Wells Fargo on the personal side, what they'll do is give you a soft pull pre-approval, right, for a business credit card. And it's a soft pull, right? So I remember him telling me about it, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, a soft pull, whatever. Yeah, I mean, and for me, I'm always going to get the credit card regardless whether it's a hard pull or not. So he asked me about it. He said, yeah, go ahead, because I know how to remove inquiries, right?
Yeah.
So I went ahead and accepted it. And he said, okay, man, you were approved. And I said, did they give me a hard inquiry? He said, no, there's no hard inquiry. I said, what? No hard inquiry? And I said, and I got $15,000, 0% interest? And I said, no, this can't be right. Right? And he said, no, man, there's no hard inquiry. And I looked at my credit report, no hard inquiry, because I usually get alerts when there's a hard inquiry or my credit gets pulled. Nothing popped up. So they literally gave me $15,000, 0% interest. And on top of that, I didn't even have to deposit any money into those accounts.
Wow.
I think I deposited probably like $50 just to keep it open.
Wow. Y'all take notes.
Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this Wells Fargo plays something different. So let me break it down for y'all. So what y'all need to do is go to Wells Fargo in person. Do not do it online. Go to Wells Fargo in person, right? Set an appointment, right? Talk to the banker. Open up both a business checking and a business savings account. This works best for people who already don't have a business account with Wells Fargo. This works for people also who have a long experience or long relationship with Wells Fargo on the personal side, right? So you want to open up both a business checking and a business savings account. Write down your social security on the application to open up those accounts, right? They're going to pull your credit. You're going to know right away if you're pre-approved or not, right? If you don't get pre-approved, that means your business isn't set up right. Your credit report or your credit isn't where it needs to be. Even if you have a strong credit report, you still may not get it if it's not at the data points that they're looking for, right? Or they just don't like you, right? But yeah, go ahead and do that. They're gonna pre-approve you. Go and accept the card, and man, just run the play, run with the bag, man.
Yeah.